Hey, what's up people? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to make money as a filmmaker. That is correct. Just pretty much a few different alleyways and kind of routes that you can go down in the filmmaking, videography, video production style worlds, where basically all of these areas can be very fruitful if you do them correctly, and you can definitely make a lot of money out of them. And overall, these are just 5 different ways that I know for sure there's a lot of money in the filmmaking world. First off, I'm not even gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna jump straight in. Like I said, first off, freelancing. Freelancing is, of course, kind of like the backbone almost of the video production world, or at least like the underground video production world. Freelancing is personally what I do. This is, you know what I mean? I have 2 different types of work, my freelance in work and my freelance out work. I'll get onto my freelance out work in a little bit because that's kind of part of the second thing, but my freelance in work is just through a variety of different clients that I don't even know. I've just connected with through the internet, whether it be through mutual friends or whether it be through actual freelancing websites. Either way, freelancing is a very, very fruitful area that is, I mean, there's a load of money in there. You know what I mean? There's loads of people out there who have a project that need to hire an editor to complete that project, or a filmmaker to create that project, or whatever the case may be. It's just a matter of finding these people. I would really suggest at first maybe putting out on all your social medias kind of a call to action if people want to contact you and actually hire you on a project basis. For example, freelancing it's not like a full-time job forever. It kind of can be, but freelancing in the essence of the word is essentially like 1 gig for a set price of money for this set gig, opposed to like an annual salary or something like that, which would more be like a company gig or something like that. But freelancing, very interesting, very, very, very profitable, and it's dope. You get to work for yourself. That's personally what I do, and it's very, very good, but also it can be a little bit inconsistent. For example, it's all down to you. So if one of your clients drops you because they're, you know, I mean, it's just freelancing, there's no long-term contract in place, then you could be screwed if you were relying on that client right there to, for example, pay your rent or something like that, which is why in freelancing, you have to be very careful that you have a lot of clients lined up, and also that you're being very careful with your money, because of course the money is essentially, it could just stop tomorrow and you might have to find a whole new client. So it's kind of an unpredictability factor from it that can put some people off, but at the same time, it's so worth it to just work for yourself and decide your hours, decide what gigs you're gonna take and whatnot. And overall, the flexibility is great. Next up in the how to make money filmmaking, this category is very, very profitable. Like I said, this is what I would call my outwork. My in-work, like I said, is the stuff before where I do all behind the computer. My outwork is actually going and creating highlight and behind the scenes videos. So this is an extremely profitable area of video production that is very easy to set up as well. It doesn't take that long. It just takes, you know what I mean, a simple portfolio and just knowing the right people to actually message people and reach out to people on. Personally, I use Facebook to reach out to people. By what I mean by highlights / behind the scenes videos, for example, I produce highlight videos of events. I go to clubs damn near every single weekend and create a highlight video of their event. I don't just turn up there and start filming. Of course, I'm booked to be there. I coupled this with behind the scenes stuff because oftentimes behind the scenes work can get you quite a bit of money. For example, if there's a big film shoot, they might want a guy to come along or a girl to come along and do a behind the scenes video to show like the making of, if you know what I mean. Very, very big popular market there, especially if you team up with maybe a bigger brand who actually has an audience they want to push that to, or for example, a big artist, and maybe you make a behind the scenes music video or something like that where you do the behind the scenes of their shoot, or whatever the case is. I know there's a lot of money in behind the scenes videos, and coupled with that, like I said, is the highlight type of after movies, if you know what I mean. So like I said, that's what I do with the clubs, where I go highlight the entire thing and or film the entire thing and put together a highlights video of it. And again, that is part of the first one where it's freelancing. So that's all pretty much down to you. However, you can, of course, through that link up with a company or agency, which brings me on to the next topic, funny enough, company or agency. That is the third point, in my opinion, how you can make money filmmaking. And so often I see on various different websites like Mandy and a couple other websites, I forget the other ones, but just pretty much search like a video production index or something like that, or video production jobs available or something like that, and you'll be greeted with some websites that have huge lists of companies or agencies wanting to bring on a videographer. It might be a shoe company and they need a videographer who lives in a certain area to come in every day and shoot promotional videos of their new shoes. It might be a, you know what I mean, a clothing store. It might be a theme park. It might be anything. But there's huge lists of companies putting out there that they need videographers. This is different to the freelancing thing, where of course you would be going in and interviewing for essentially a job, and you would be an exclusive videographer for whatever company and agency that is. That's very cool if you link up with a cool company. Very cool actually indeed, because that is just like the freelancing stuff. Essentially you get to do what you're enjoying, which is making videos, but of course you are working for a set company. There is a set amount of money you're getting. Of course, that's good and bad. It depends what your aspirations are. If you're an extreme workaholic type of person, that might not suit you. You might want to do the freelancing thing and kind of have no cap on your money or no cap on the hours you're meant to be there. But the company / agency is somewhere where they're just giving you loads of work. There's always work being generated, whereas freelancing, you have to go look for that work yourself. And also it's the stability of being part of an organization that is kind of having your back, essentially, where you're always getting paid, you know what money's coming in, is a sense of security that the freelancing options don't really offer. But again, that's depending on the type of person you are, the type of filmmaker you are as well. Moving on to the fourth point, I would say another very fruitful area you can make a lot of money in, or to be fair, nothing in at all, is music videos. See, thing is with music videos, rappers or singers or whatever type of music videos you're gonna make, these guys or girls are artists. Now, artists, from my experience, either have money or they have none. So they either have lots or none. You'll probably relate. You probably know someone who's like your friend or something who's a rapper, and that dude's broke. That's most of them. I can't even lie. You know what I mean? So with the music videos, it depends. This can be extremely fruitful. You can get hundreds, thousands for a shoot if you're linking up with the right people. Oftentimes with the music videos, you do have to work for these free people or these lower priced people first. And as long as you're providing really good quality of work, you can then build a portfolio. A portfolio could even be 5 music videos or 3 music videos that you've made really, really cheap for people who don't have money like that, but then you have these really good quality videos, and you can go to someone who does have more money or a more reputable artist, singer, rapper, whatever, and say, here are these videos, and as long as they're good quality, that artist might assume that, you know what I mean, you've been paid a lot of money for them, and of course you could charge much more going forward with those videos, but a lot of the time you do have to work for a what's called subsidized price. Is that the right word? Probably. Before you can actually have the content ready to show someone who's going to pay you more money and make it worth it to them, if you know what I mean. Interesting, like I said. So if you could find a rich artist, by all means, kill it in that area. If not, you may have to work for kind of small amounts at first until you can find that bigger person who's got the bag for you. Moving on, this is the 5th point. An extremely interesting point, because this is something that can kind of get you work forever, essentially. Or I mean, all of these really can, but this is very, very interesting. And this is called specializing. Now, in this day and age, if you're just a regular guy with a camera or a regular girl with a camera, you're not that different from the next guy or girl with a camera, you know what I mean? However, specializing can put you in a league where you are kind of the first guy people might think of in terms of a shoot. So specializing, what that means is actually specializing yourself and perfecting a certain niche video area. So for example, drones. Drones are massive at the moment. If you have access to a drone, if you have a drone and you're a great drone pilot, people are going to be calling you into shoots all the time. As soon as you've actually networked a bit and you've gotten your name out there as this guy or girl who can operate a drone, or who can, or who has access to, let's say, an extremely expensive camera, for example, like a Red camera or a Blackmagic or something that's really on the high end of the filmmaking cameras. that right there is known as specializing. When you are really the go-to person for this particular skill, or like I said with the really expensive cameras, if you have a really expensive camera, that is a huge reason why people are going to always bring you along to shoots. And that is right there is just specializing. So if you get really good flying a drone, you get really good at doing a certain type of smooth motion shot, whatever your specialized skill may be, that is a huge way of making a lot of money and always being the guy or girl people think of when they're trying to bring someone out to the film set and to be a part of the film crew. But that is the end of the video, guys. 5 quick points, all areas that I know are very, very fruitful in the video production filmmaking industry. Tell me your results in the comment section below. Tell me if you guys are already trying a couple of these ideas or all of these ideas even. Killing it if you are, to be fair. I've been ItsJackCole. Have a nice day, guys, and goodbye. See you in the next video.